Hello, welcome to Shad Life. Last year I did a video about how I used my 360 camera to edit riding footage, but I put that on my channel called Geeking Out with Shad. I have no idea why, but YouTube took that channel down. I had information about EVs, programming things, some, myth busting things, which I think maybe they didn't like that or whatever. But anyway, I did some stuff over there, and this was one of them. And I'm gonna just play that video right after I'm done talking here, just in its raw form, because I still have it stored on my hard drive, and I'm just gonna upload it so it'll have the geeking out with Shad and stuff in there. But yeah, I just want to upload it because I've had a few people ask me how I do this footage where the camera's following me and I'm by myself. I don't have somebody that films for me, so I use this camera to, you know, film myself and follow myself and so on and so forth. And it's kind of cool. I like the effect and the ability that I'm able to do it. So if you're curious how I do that, this older Geeking Out with Shad video that I did last year explains exactly how I do it. So enjoy. Hello, welcome to Geeking Out with Shad. Today I'm actually going to go to the skate park and ride my BMX bike. This isn't about really riding my BMX bike, but what I want to show you is I have this Insta 360 1RS. This is the new one. This is the second generation of this camera. I never had the first one, so I don't really know the improvements. I think just a little bit of quality and processing speed and stuff. But aside from that, what I really want to show you is how I can go do a grind on this kind of a box grind, they call them, at the skate park. And then I will film myself with this camera, and then I will do the following and tracking of myself in editing mode, rather than having the camera do it. So I have tried a couple of different camera devices. I'll put them on the screen here because I can't think of them. I know one of them is the DJI Osmo something, but neither one of them does that great of a job, because what I do is you put your hand up and then it starts tracking you, and it's a mechanical gimbal style device, and as I ride it'll track me and film me. But what happens is when I go away from it to turn around and come back to do my trick, it usually loses track of me, and they're really frustrating to use. And if I manage to pull my trick really good and the camera loses track, my footage is lost. With this camera, I can just set it down, film away, and not even worry about it, because I can go into editing mode and track myself. And there is an auto track in editing mode, and it'll do the same thing. It'll auto track me and then sometimes lose me, whether there's another subject that gets in the way, sunlight, all kinds of things can interrupt that. And so, or the background gets too busy, but you can manually do it. So that's what this video is about. I will show you after I film myself. I'll show you that setup process in just a moment here, and then I'll show you when I get to my computer how I go about editing the footage to make it look really cool. And this is super handy when I'm by myself and I don't have somebody to film for me. So let's go to the skate park. I'm gonna actually ride the skate park for a while, and I'm just gonna get this one clip for this video, but I'm gonna go have some fun too. And then we'll come back and edit the footage, and you can see how that process works. And you can do this for anything. It doesn't have to be BMX. It can be BMX, skateboarding, maybe snowboarding. I guess, I don't know, you'd go back up and get the camera or something, or you'd have to stop and then go back, or other sports that you like to do. This is a great tool. Oh, and I'm going to be using my Chevy Bolt EUV. BMX bike fits perfectly inside this car. Super awesome. I love it. that I can just fold the seats, throw my bike in there, and go to the skate park or wherever I want to go. Sweet. Okay, here we are. This is in St. Paul. I think it's called the Highland Skate Park. I don't know. I call it the Fort Parkway Skate Park because that's Fort Parkway. There's a bowl over there. And then there's the street stuff. And it isn't as busy as I was expecting it to be. So this is the rail I'm going to grind. Or not rail, but box I'm going to grind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up. Do a few grinds. I'll probably fail a few times, but I'll get one good one. And then we'll go ahead and show you how I edit it. So I can just set this camera up. I have this tripod. So this tripod right here is, I got it at Best Buy. I don't even remember what brand it is or anything. But I like it better than the little wimpy tripod that came with it. This is the invisible selfie stick that comes with the Insta360, or at least one of the packages. And what's cool about this is I can extend it up and make it taller or shorter and use it as an actual tripod. So I'm gonna do that, do a few grinds, and then we'll go to editing. Cool. Okay, I'm done riding. I actually stayed there for quite a while, and now I'm back at my house, and I'm going to edit this. I'm going to use this OBS Studio to record. I love this program because I can record on my computer what I'm doing. So I'll demo this thing another day, but right now we're going to just demo this video. So I did a bunch of videos. I wasn't really on my game today. I don't know what was going on, but we'll just grab the one that I know is decent, and this is gonna open up the Insta360 Studio. I just cancel it because I just want this one video. My little video is gonna clip over here, so I'm gonna move this into the upper left corner, and let's minimize all this background stuff just to make it look a little cleaner. There we go. So now you'll have me in the lower right corner and this here. So got to make sure I don't do anything like pick my nose or anything, because I forget that I have video playing of me here. All right, so here we go. So this is kind of cool. In this program, I filmed it with a 360-degree camera, so I can look at the sky, I can look down at the ground. You can see the tripod, which is kind of cool. So that selfie stick is invisible. I don't know how that works, but it definitely is invisible. So this is what a 360-degree camera does. And if I wanted to like watch this biker go by behind me, I mean, I could literally track them. Okay, I'll show you the full clip. Now I'm talking. So let's go back and just watch this clip raw as it is, pointing in the direction of my grind that I'm not all that proud of, but that's not the point of this video. The point is to show you how this editing works, and it's really cool. So we're just going to let this run and hear me talk and all that. Okay, I'll show you the full clip just so you can see me go down to the end and turn around and come back and everything, and then we'll show you the edited clip. So this is what I do when I'm filming for my other channel. It's called Shad Life, with all my biking content, and I thought it would be cool to show you how this works and how I edit this stuff. There's my kind of crappy grind, and then I ride off. Now I'm off the screen, like, oh, so if I was using my GoPro or something, I couldn't really... Well, since I did that first go, I'm going to actually try a feeble to Smith. So if you look really close, see my hand, we'll turn the angle towards my hand. You can see where the seam is. That really only happens when you get close, but if you look at further away, you can't really tell that seam is there from the distance. So it stitches the two cameras. So this over here is one lens and this over here is the other lens. And it stitches them together pretty well. I'm always impressed with how well it does that. And then as I get close, it obviously struggles to stitch together there, which is fine because usually you're filming at a distance, right? All right, so now I want to edit this and make it look cool. Instead of just being like this, I want it to follow me and do all that stuff. There's two ways to do it. So the first way is we'll do the deep track, and you'll watch that, and then I'll show you how I manually edit. So yes, this video is going to get a little long. Hopefully you like this content. So we're going to go back, and what I do is I just use this scroll and find out, okay, where do I want my video to start? Let's start it right when I'm turning around over there, right? So here are our trims, so we can trim this video here, and then we want to trim it. Let's find the end of the video. Where do we want the video to end? Maybe when I just kind of roll back up like this. Let's end it there, right? So we're going to have the grind, we're going to have the beginning and the end, and we'll track me. So then we'll do deep track. So this is the part I was talking about. Sometimes it'll track me, sometimes it won't. So I'm going to kind of help it out a little bit here. I'm going to click deep track, and it'll tell me to choose my subject. And now I'm just going to click start tracking. I could do center the target. I'm not going to worry about that. And just see what it does. Will it work? Sometimes it fails. And it actually worked. So one of the things that this tracking can't do is it doesn't zoom in and out. So we're going to watch this footage. That was a little glitchy trying to catch up, so let's start it from the beginning. We're going to watch this and see how it did, but see how I'm way off in the distance, and then I come in and then it follows me. So it does a good job tracking me. I can give it credit for that. So this is one way you can do it. But I like to zoom into my subject and zoom out, and as far as I know, I don't know how you can do that with this. Maybe you can. I mean, you can zoom in, I believe, but then you can't zoom back out, and there's going to be parts of the footage where I'm too close, I believe. Let's watch this. This I actually am just kind of playing around with. Yeah, see, now it gets, I'm cut off. So you kind of have to zoom in and out at one point in your video. So, I'll use this sometimes, but I actually prefer to manually edit, and I'll show you why. If I go here, I think I can do clear all, just like I did before. Actually, I know I can just do this too. I can hit my delete key. It goes away. All right, so we'll keep this trimmed at the same level. But what I want to do is I want to zoom in to me when I'm way away. So I'm going to zoom in like this. And then I'm going to click this keyframe. And I'm zoomed in. Kind of fine. You can see that it's keeping track of everything. I could zoom in more, whatever. So I want to center me maybe, right? Now this is where you can get creative, and this is your personal choice, and that's why I kind of like it. So watch me turn around. Now when I'm here, I kind of want to recenter and click this. Now what you can do here is, if you want to see your work, your progress as you go, you can go back and just see what that little bit of movement did. See how it kind of moves and follows me, so it looks a little more natural, right? Now, when I get here, I want to start thinking, where do I want the camera to go next? So I'm going to wait until I'm close, right? Now, I'm going to position this, keyframe it, and I want to zoom back, because otherwise I'm going to get out. And this is the thing you saw when I did the deep track. If I zoomed in close, then I got cut off. If I zoom farther away, then when I'm off in the distance, I'm too far away. So let's just go there. All right, now I'm really close. So if I do this, see how I'm all cut off, but what you can do is click this keyframe, go here and zoom out. All right, maybe one more. Yeah, there we go. Now, now we'll click another keyframe. And here, if you want, you can start zooming back in because I'm riding away. Keyframe, click, turn, zoom back in, turn around, I'm rolling in. Sometimes I'll just do that, and then that's the end. So then at the end, I'll do that. All right, so this is where that kind of creative process is. So now we get to watch the whole thing through and see how I did. So that is me just manually editing it, but then I have full control. I get to zoom and so on and so forth. So let's watch that again. So I'm zoomed in and you can see that in here, it'll start zooming out or zooming back. And then there you go. Pretty cool. So now I have a clip, right? And so I want to be able to take this clip and put it into Premiere Pro to do my full video, which I'm going to be doing here for you. So we'll go ahead and export this video. And so it'll just do this clip. This exporting could take long or short depending on your computer and the amount of power it has. So let's just say feeble grind here, just so when I'm in there, and I believe, yep, I'm in the right folder. Make sure you want to select which folder you want to be in. And then I leave this stuff alone. It's usually pretty good. If it's darker and you get a little bit grainy video, you can click remove grain. It does so, but not the best. So reframed video, make sure that's selected because 360 video will just be a standard 360 video. So let's export this video. Doesn't take very long on my computer because I have gaming, pretty powerful gaming machine. So now if we go here, we have feeble grind, and if I double click on it, there's my clip. Pretty cool. And you can, the more you do this, the better you get at it. You can make it as smooth or choppy, whatever you want. So, but you can always fix it. You can click on the keyframes and correct them if you need to, or whatever. So it's pretty cool. If you need to zoom in and out, see how some of these are bunched together, you can click this. You can zoom in onto your timeline. So if you've ever used Premiere Pro, it's very similar. So at this point, what I'll do is I'll close this program because I have my clip. And then I go in and open up Premiere Pro. Of course, I have this video set up. So this video right here that you're watching is going to be edited in here. But all I have to do is grab my feeble grind video and put it in there. And I can move it. But it's in here. And I can edit in here if I need to do things. Let's just say I was like, oh, I didn't really want to do my full turnaround. Or I was like, oh, this whole bit at the end is too long, so I could go ahead and cut it out or whatever if I wanted to, right? So, you can continue to edit your video. So what I do in the Insta360 videos, I kind of tend to leave it a little long, add those longer lead ups and finishes, and then later on in editing I can cut them off if I don't like them in my completed video. So I'm not going to talk a lot about Premiere Pro today. This is what I usually use. I will do another video. So what I will do is I will do a video on, I'll edit a video for my other channel, a biking video, with Premiere Pro, and I will use OBS Studio to record what I do, and I'll talk through it and show you how I use Premiere Pro for my other channel called Shad Life, which is where I do all my biking content. Cool. So let's go ahead and just watch this clip. Even though we already saw it, we can watch it right here after this, and then we will conclude. Okay, there you have it. That is how I use my Insta360 One RS camera. I haven't really shown you the camera really close, but you can see that it has two lenses, and that's how it does this 360-degree footage. So it films everything, as I showed you, the sky, the ground, both sides. Like, it's pretty wild. And it stitches them together, and I showed you that, like how if you get too close, it kind of messes up, but from a distance, which is what you're mostly going to be filming, it does a really good job stitching the two cameras together, so you get this full 360-degree experience. Really impressed with this camera. Yeah, pretty cool. It helps me edit a lot of the footage that I do for my other channel called Shad Life. I think I've mentioned that a few times. If you're interested in this kind of biking content, I do a lot of that on my other channel, mountain biking, BMX, things like that, and I use this camera, and it's pretty cool. I can like find like a jump line on the mountain bike trail, and I'll set the camera up, go back, do the jumps, and then I can go do this editing process and follow me through the jumps and stuff like that, rock gardens, things like that, or like I just did at the skate park with my BMX bike. Super fun and super cool thing to have. So yeah, there you have it. If you're interested in this kind of content, definitely subscribe. That'll help me show up in your feed when I put out new videos, and then hit the like button. A lot of YouTube channels, they talk a lot about the hitting the bell. That's if you want a notification. I personally don't like notifications popping up on my computer, so I don't hit the bell. That's up to you. But it definitely helps me if you subscribe. It helps my video get more viewers, and they show up out there more, and it'll help you see more of my videos if you like this kind of content. If you don't, you don't have to subscribe. Awesome. If you have any comments, questions, things like that, definitely comment. I try to respond to them as best as I can, and as soon as I can. I know I have two channels, so might be a little longer for me to respond, but I like to respond and answer questions, things like that. Sweet. I really appreciate your support for my channel. Peace.